Welcome back to another edition of the Faith and Workout with yours truly, Night Train Anthony Knight.
And Christopher White.
And we're going to dive right into it with the inspiration reading of the day, and Mr. White is going to give it to us.
Yes, that's it. People learn how to treat you based on what you accept from them.
It's kind of true.
It's kind of true to a certain extent, but it depends on the individual person.
But if you accept a lot, people are going to treat you as such.
Yes.
They're going to keep testing you, see how far you can go with it.
And then there's a tricky side that says that, because you are kind and you're polite and respectful, that, people will take advantage of you.
Every time.
So, it all depends on the individual person, I believe.
Well, like the weather. You can do me so you don't let my kindness be a weakness, because as nice as I am, I can be just as mean
yes, sir.
On the other end.
But like the perfect storm.
Perfect storm.
Yes, sir.
Except I ain't going in the water. We're going to dive right into it. We had a story that we wanted to get into. And before we get started, this story is really is messed up in so many different facets. And I'm going to give y'all a heads up now. The language will get out. It will get a little bit dicey.
May change a little bit.
It's gonna change a little bit because it's I'm just gonna be honest with you. So if there's some cussing going on, hey, just accept it, because some of these topics are it hits home and it's so malicious at what people do, and the lack of caring, empathy, or sympathy, it really changes the aspect. And if you and when you hear these stories like the one we finna get in now, it's gonna be hard to hold your emotions tied based on what this gentleman said.
Yes, H-Town had that song about emotions one time. Make you do different things, so it all depends on where the emotions touch you.
Well, we finna hit a topic here.
Some of them might knock a home run.
This is gonna be a home run then. We're gonna give an update on a subject that really pissed me off. It's about the Seattle police officer, and I wrote some notes down so I wouldn't forget. But just to give a update on it, and Mr. White wasn't here, so we're gonna get his outlook on what he thought about it. But what happened is a Seattle police officer ran over a woman from India. She was a college student. She was gonna graduate this year in December. And what he did, he was going through an intersection at 74 miles an hour. And they say he was on a call, but I don't really care if you're on a call or not. You still have to be respectful. You can't go through. That's just like going through Troy at 74 miles an hour.
Yes, sir.
And you can't do that. So I'm gonna give you the basis of it. And then this other police came when he was on his way to the scene, and he was talking to the president of I can't think of the
some
name.
type of association.
Yeah, and he was mocking the woman, saying her value, that she wasn't but 20-some years old, so she had low value. Put $11,000 price on the head, basically.
10.
Was it 10?
He didn't give her that.
Give her 10,000.
He gave her 10.
Yeah, and making fun of it, like laughing like it was a big joke. So I'm gonna get your take on it, because I'm sure you had a nice take on it, because it's, that's just showing the lack of respect. He showed no sympathy for her, and he showed no compassion for the family, because if you insult her, you insult her family too.
Yes, sir. And because now the person that got hit by the car, she's not gonna hear it.
No.
But her family. This is somebody's child, somebody's sister's brother. Just because until something hit home, it may be funny to you or it should be funny, but that's how people look at it sometimes. And even in California, there was a time when they had a high-speed chase. And the high-speed chase led down through a school crossing. And if I'm not sure if I quite remember it, but kids if they were injured or killed. But that particular city banned high-speed chases in their town.
As it should.
As it should be, because some people just drive reckless. We see this on the road every day.
Yeah.
You know, and you know, to a degree, like for the officer that hit the young lady, you know, even him, he has to take accountability that even, you know, you're going through a city, you know, people walking here, you patrol these areas, you know this.
Yeah.
So, you know, even he should have been cautious and aware. I don't care where you got to go, ain't nowhere that important.
That's right.
You know, we see this on the road every day. People running to the back of cars, trucks, everything. And some of them just going to the store.
Mm-hmm.
But they're in such a big hurry. And then for an officer to be laughing and mocking a young lady, mocking the family, her parents, her siblings, aunties, just relatives, people that just knew her, and you're mocking her, saying that she has a low value, that if they go to court, then they can just sell her and pay you off for $10,000.
Basically.
You know, and for other officers to hear this and entertain this, you know, when that conversation, that I don't know whoever he was talking to turned to me, or whoever who turned to me. But as soon as he got off the phone with that person, whoever he was talking to, if you're right, if you have a heart, if you have a sense of humanity within you, because if that's your child.
You know the sad part about it, he was the one he was talking to was the president of the Seattle Police Guild or something like that, name like that. And he's the vice president.
They're supposed to help officers. And now you in society that you wonder why we don't trust police officers.
That's right. And this woman was from India, 23 years old. That's why he devalued her. And I'll just say it like this: if that was a white woman, would he have said that?
But
or would he have cared?
You know, it was Samuel Jackson movie, Time to Kill.
Mm-hmm.
You know, and the lawyer got up there and he was like, oh, I had this great presentation to you that I studied real hard and I did this and I did that. And this particular happened in a racist town.
Yeah.
The jurors were white. They tried to get it moved, but they wouldn't let him do it.
Mm-hmm.
You know, but he said, instead, I'm gonna tell you a story. And he told what supposedly happened to Samuel Jackson's daughter on the movie.
Mm-hmm.
And at the end, he said, now imagine she was white.
And the whole
and every juror eyes just bucked, like even the man that they had sitting on the front row, boy, he was sitting like this right here, and he was just already ready to convict Samuel Jackson from the start. Even his eyes bucked when he said she was white now.
Yeah, because it changes everything. It changes as you see, this is the young lady right here.
Yes, sir.
That he killed.
Beautiful young lady.
Yeah, and this is who you mock. And what really bothered me at the update is that they didn't suspend him. They removed him from there and put him at a desk job. See, that's the part that pissed me off. There's no consequences behind his actions, so he can freely do what
they want to do.
I'm trying to hold it.
Yeah.
It ain't gonna last much longer now. But it just bothers me that if they did this, how many others are doing this? Now he didn't know that camera was on.
And that's the part that gets me. It not only reflects the officer that was mocking the young lady, but it's a reflection of the whole police force, because any one of those officers, if it was their daughter,
yeah,
and he done did this, would you want to work around a person like this?
Nope.
Would you even want to be that a badge that you're supposed to honor, you're supposed to protect, you're supposed to serve?
Not doing any of that.
And you wearing this, but you done mock this young lady that lost her life or because of one of your fellow officers?
Oh, did you hear the officer that hit her said she didn't move fast enough? Oh, so you still trying to put the damn...
Oh, wait. Wait. Hold on. Now see, I didn't read that part about that officer. Now that whole story done changed.
Mm-hmm.
ain't no sympathy for the police station.
Oh, hell no.
You know, that just speaks on the whole station itself as they say, how they say that the police officers say that we are a family. So that's a family I don't want to be a part of.
No.
You know, they might as well go down there in Mississippi and join the goon squad.
They did.
You know,
the Seattle Police Department announced Thursday that Officer Daniel Artery. They don't want me to read that article, but I'm gonna read it anyway. So get off this screen.
But he just, I mean, that just speaks on the whole police station.
It's bad.
But the people in Seattle, I feel for y'all. Wherever this city at.
If they ain't protesting going on,
I know that's right.
Something wrong with this. Because this young lady was, finna graduate, you getting ready to move on to another aspect of your life, and it was cut short by a careless police officer who decided he wanted to drive through an intersection at 74 miles an hour. Says the police department announced Thursday that Officer Daniel Artery has been administratively reassigned to a non-operational position. So you didn't do anything to him.
No.
He didn't lose any pay.
He ain't lose pay.
All you did was put him in on basically what they're saying is we just put him inside.
Yeah.
Why wasn't he fired? Why wasn't he fired?
What about the other officers that work in their force with him? What about them? They ought to be protesting.
They should be.
If they're held by that city, county, whatever, to protect our neighborhoods, protect us, the people, and you allow one of your co-workers to talk that way about somebody that lost a child, she can't. The person he's talking about gone. So only people here now are people of those that are yet alive. Her mother, her sisters, her brothers, and they hear this, and they live. You live in that, and you live in that area.
They showed a video. Is one of the reporters was playing that to her mother. Can you imagine?
I seen that. I seen that part of it. I would be trying to find me a lawyer.
Absolutely.
Somebody. Because I want the whole department.
I want.
I about want everybody in that department fired because y'all just as guilty. Because y'all in the state of yourselves. See, you have to be protection against the mayor, whoever, senator, somebody step in there.
Why hasn't anybody denounced his behavior? And why wasn't he fired from the vice president of Seattle Police Officer? He was not fired. They didn't. I haven't read anything to say. Now this is the disturbing part. This happened in January. Why is it just coming out now? Who put it out? They held it this long.
It's a leak.
Well, it leaked.
It leaked. And you know what's sad is that this happens in so many cities that really never advertised. It's never put out unless somebody and the only time you hear about it is when you done lost your life.
You want to hear some bull crap? Now I ain't finna keep holding back. Now. I'm just check this out. Artery, the one who was on camera making fun of it. Now we all heard it.
Yeah.
Now look what he said. He wrote a letter to the Office of Police Accountability where he explained he was not making fun of the deaf, but instead mocking the calling system of the legal system.
But
did we not hear him laughing at?
But he's part of that system, the legal. So now he just admitted that he ain't really caring about that bad. Now he said it's supposed to be he was mocking the legal system.
He don't give a damn.
Yeah. So basically, he tell you I'm here for a job and this badge helped me.
Yeah. So did we listen to a different video than was on his cam? Because the one I heard, he was devaluing this lady. He was when he said, "Oh, she's dead." She bounced off the window. He didn't.
You see the way she flew up in the air.
So that wasn't mocking him. That wasn't laughing. So what was that?
You
informed me.
Family or whoever her family is, I don't know. I know money don't never get you back, but I be trying to talk to somebody.
The first thing I would do is I would hit him with a lawsuit that closed the whole police station.
Yes, sir.
I'll try to close.
I don't want nobody. You know what? Right now, I don't even want the mayor.
No, because he ain't came out and said
he ain't. And then No, this happened. Mayor of Seattle, wherever you at, whatever that was your daughter.
Well, it'd be a whole different outcome.
It'd be a what?
I look at it like you running 74 in a 25 miles an hour zone. That's reckless endangerment. Even if you're an ambulance, when they come through there with their sirens on, they slow down. And most police will do it. They hit the intersection, slow down, make sure ain't nothing coming, then they proceed on through.
Yes.
Well, this joker didn't even try that.
Yeah.
So he want to blame her that she should have basically, she should have ran. I guess she should have ran across.
Okay.
So you just ain't gonna take any responsibility for what you did. And why people in Seattle is not raising hell beats me. You should be in the streets right now. That police department shouldn't get a lick of rest under no circumstances.
But see, yeah, I understand that part. But now, I know that police officers are corrupt, whatever they might call
But they
them.
done demonstrated
Might be calling them maggots.
Yeah.
But then I'll be living the maggot, so
Yeah.
you know. But what about the ones that over the police station itself? Nobody that works in there but the mayor's office and these people. Where are they stepping
The
in?
county commission, the city commission,
Where they at?
where the officials that vote on this stuff.
Where they at?
Why the chief ain't came out and said, if that was me, when he walked his behind in that office, as soon as he walked in, I said, put your badge, put all your stuff on there,
Right.
you immediately terminated.
But see, but that's why I say I don't want nobody that's inside the police station. Chief, y'all not really showed how y'all are. What about the ones up above?
Evidently, they're the same way.
And just saying the people of that city should be.
They're protesting. The thing that bothers me about some of these protesting is only the people that look like them want to protest.
Yeah.
Do you not think that if they hit a black person or another white person, that they consider the same thing, that that you wouldn't fall in the same category?
Well, how many? But you look at that part as far as the ones that have been shot.
Yeah.
You know, George Floyd. You know, and it's happened home, but the only way that if there is a corruption and you want to change it, the people themselves, the people, has to make a difference.
What's the saying go? The only reason change come about is when people who are not affected or is outraged are the people who are affected. And until that's done, that's just like the racism part that nobody wants to talk about. Let's talk about the elephant in the room. You got some dumbass people that say racism don't exist. Where are you living at?
I don't know.
That's all I want to know. Where are you living at? Because racism exists and exists well. If you got your head in the ground like an ostrich, you don't see it.
No.
Or most of them don't. Since it don't affect me.
Yeah. It's not. It's you know. A lot of people talk about that word snitch.
Oh yeah.
You know, you live in a neighborhood that's being ran down and everything else. Can't get no help because they say it's a bad neighborhood. Mm-hmm. You got crime in the neighborhood, ain't everybody losing somebody. Same thing, you lose a brother or sister. Mm-hmm. But then if anybody going to speak up, oh, you're a snitch, we're going to get you, you're a snitch. How you going to make a difference? How?
When you're not
and what's Joe Madison saying? How he said, now that you know, what are you going to do about it?
The same thing is, if you're not part of the solution, you're part of the problem. And a lot of people don't want to get involved in neighborhoods because they think they're going to be looked down upon. But the funny thing about that is, you don't want help until something happens to you. Then you won't help. Why not do it now before it happens? You can weed these people out of your neighborhoods. The reason is the city, since it's a poor neighborhood, they don't worry about that. They just say, let's leave that over there.
You know, that reminds me of the great comedian, Bernie Mac.
Bernie Mac.
Bernie Mac said he was locked up and he said when he said, you know, he was joking around and he said that he saw one brother there, he said, yeah, brother, you know, what you in here for? So the dude looked at him and said, I ain't no snitch. You ain't no snitch. And he said, so hold on. You mean tell me you ain't for another motherfucker?
That's pretty much what he said.
he said, dude, said, how long you know? He said, ever?
He said, when you don't put the
when you don't put the phone on there, ever? He said, I be telling him, yeah, he shot him 3 times and then, come on.
What he said, outstanding, it was him, and the one behind the woman back there.
He gonna tell it.
I'm gonna tell it. But you know, it's funny that everybody wants change, but they don't want to do what it takes to make change.
Nobody wants to work.
They don't want to put in the work. They don't want to put in the effort. And then when it gets too hard, what do?
They want to cry.
I'm done. But then you calling about, well, why this neighborhood got this and we don't have that?
Yes, sir.
What was you at the? They have those meetings every Tuesday and Wednesdays.
Don't nobody go there.
But do you go there? No. So you don't know what's going on now. And what Joe Madison said, he said, and I'm quoting after Joe Madison. He said, you're gonna get up one day. He said, there's 3 people in the world. He said, those that make a change, those that I'm probably gonna butcher what he said. Those that won't change, and those that wake up and say, what the hell just happened? That's the 3 things Joe Madison.
And which category do you fit in?
That's which category do you fit in? Do you want to make change? But you got 90% of the people complain about change. But then you ask them, what did you do?
Yeah.
Did you put in a petition? No. Did you go to the meetings? No. So you just want to talk. It's just like I tell people about weight loss. You want to sit here and talk about it.
Yeah.
Now, if you can lose weight by talking, everybody.
Now here's the thing right here. Everybody talk about Biden presidency. Mm-hmm. Whatever the case may be, yeah, he might be jacked up. Mm-hmm. Now, and everybody want to change on that. And what do? We got to get ready to come up to vote again. Mm-hmm. So guess what? Do the same thing in your city. You want to change, make it.
Get your behind and vote.
But when everybody said something about making change, everybody do this right here.
They looking for the next person to move.
Yeah.
Next person might. Well, if you got 100 people in line and everybody looking to the right for the next person to move, when you get to 99, who he's gonna look? Who he or she gonna look at? They're gonna look back to the left. Yeah. See, and we're gonna get ready. We're gonna get into this on the next show, but I'm just gonna give them a little tidbit. A lot of people don't like me talking, and we don't talk about what people like. We don't talk about what is needed. They say ain't no difference between Republicans and Democrats. Well, I got a piece of paper here. What the young people say, I got receipts.
Oh, yeah.
These receipts say it is. When they was gonna do the government shutdown, they've done, I think 6 government shutdowns, 1990, 1990, and 1992. Republicans was in leadership.
Shutdown.
All right, 2013, the Republicans shut the government down for 14 days. Republican. In 2018, when Donald Trump was the president, going into 2019, they shut the government down for 35 days. And when Trump was president, the Republicans had the House and the Senate. Mm-hmm. So Democrats had nothing to do with that.
Yeah.
Still shut it down for 13 days. The reason Republicans don't care is because they still get a check.
Hey, it's coming.
But what about the $1.3 million active service members, men and women, who do not get a check, but you expect them to still show? What about the federal loans? You know, it affects the small loans, the federal loan business. They won't even accept applications anymore. Mm-hmm. Because they get their money from the government.
Yeah, all right.
You know why in 1990, why the Republicans wanted to shut down the government? Because they were trying to cut down Medicaid.
Right.
This is facts.
You can't argue with it.
Don't even try to argue.
You know, I always heard that, if you want something, put it in black and white.
That's right.
If you put it on black and white, that means somebody wrote it, somebody signed off on it.
That's it. You can Google. I like Joe, because Joe got a team. When you call in, they look down.
He ready for you.
He ready. He already. Sam down.
Pipe him down.
When you tell him something, what's the first name? Where do you get that from? What's your source? What's Sam them doing? They're in the background already putting up. So they already know you're lying.
Yeah.
So don't even try it. And the difference is the Democrats are trying to help. They want to do better with Medicaid and Medicare.
To lower income people. The Republicans, these are facts. You can Google it at any time you want.
but they still like Joe. These are receipts. So don't never tell me there ain't no difference.
It is always a difference.
It's always been a difference, but everybody wants to say, well, they all crooks.
And you know what? Everything got screwed up long time ago.
Yep.
And every president that comes through has, some try, some don't, some just show. They don't.
And some just talking, don't know what he's talking
about.
about.
One like Trump.
He just burned his mind.
He just. I heard him say one time that I'll say what you scared to say because I am the Trump. So that means it don't matter what comes out of his mouth. He gonna tell it all anyway.
Yeah, he won't tell it all, but when you talking, you have no content. It don't matter now.
Because he didn't have nothing to think with.
And his supporters don't care.
Yeah. Now they looked at Trump because he made, had the hotels and casinos and this stuff like him.
Yeah, but what they didn't understand is his name was on
bankruptcy and all.
Oh, he done filed bankruptcy a ton of times. But where did he get his money from? His dad did.
His dad.
So he didn't work anything. I just don't understand it. This man, and I'm talking about not Republicans, Trump supporters. There is a difference. Trump supporters are crazy. I'm just going there crazy. This man told some of y'all to drink Lysol, and y'all did it. And what, bleach?
Bleach.
And you did it. Do you know what bleach do to clothes? Why would you drink? And some people, and I know one woman and her husband did it, and one of them died. I can't remember.
I know a friend of mine, and he said he had to take the bleach one time. He said as soon as you take it, bring it back up. You couldn't hold it down.
Not meant to be held down.
It's bleach.
Don't it say on that thing, do not?
Hold on, but first of all, but it got a skull. With two bones behind it now. You know what I'm saying?
That's never good.
Anytime you see that now.
Yeah, you might not want to drink that.
Being warning.
Yeah. But see, when you allow people to convince you, let's talk about, for just a brief second, let's talk about this so-called tax cut that he's supposed to give everybody. Look, read and find out yourself. The tax cut was permanent for the 2%. It was temporary for everybody else. Yeah. So it doesn't even apply to us anymore. Now, I know, you know what they're going to say. Well, you don't know what you're talking about. Google.
Check it out.
Just check it out.
But see, look, they always say if you want people not to have wisdom, now you know what you do. You can put it in a book.
They'll never read it.
They'll never read it. I remember growing up, you used to see my aunties and uncles, them, they could read or not, whatever the case may be, but they would sit out there with that newspaper.
Yeah.
And find out what's going on.
These young people
don't want to read.
But you know what Trump said about this boy? He said, I love the uneducated because they're the most lowest people. Who says they love the uneducated because you'll follow them off a cliff? Yeah. So, January 6th, he said he's going to walk with y'all to the Capitol. He let y'all ass go down there. He turned around and went somewhere else. And how many of y'all who went down to the Capitol, broke your trespassing, how many people did he come and bail out? None. You know what he did? He threw you to the wolves. That's what he did. He threw you to the wolves.
Kicked him up under the train.
Well, he did that too. He ran over.
Most times people say that if you throw me to the wolves, I'll come back.
I'll come back.
I think they just stayed at the end.
Yeah, they ain't stayed nowhere. I don't know what they stayed. But that just shows you I don't care if you're a Democrat or Republican. There's just some things you can tell me I ain't gonna do. Yeah. I ain't drinking.
I ain't gonna believe it.
No, I ain't.
Now, in order to get me to do something, you gotta make me believe it.
Yeah.
You
can tell me you can fly, but I gotta see it first.
I got to see it. And I'm not talking about with the plane.
No, exactly. I'm gonna see you go out there and fly. But it's sad that we gotta go through this every time. Even the Seattle, it says community members, Seattle leaders hold town hall for young woman struck by Seattle Police Department officer. I'm looking at a lot of people saying stuff, but not the people who can make a big change saying anything. Yeah. The mayor, where is he at? The city commission, where is he at? Why is this guy still employed?
Because now if I was a mother, if I needed the police, I don't think I'm gonna call y'all.
No, I can't. I don't trust you.
I can't call it.
But this is my thing. Why is he still employed?
That's what I'm saying. Because if I didn't come to the police station and I see you, I'd be like some of the folks be in court, probably.
Yeah. I wouldn't hire him as dog catcher. Unless I know it's a dog gonna bite him. You know?
I wouldn't hire him at a pooper school.
No, he don't deserve that.
I don't even.
Yeah.
No, he's
garbage. And the whole
come on, man, quit this little garbage. That's not right.
He's hot garbage. Hot stinking garbage.
I just leave it in there, man.
Yeah, well,
now he the one don't matter.
no, he don't matter at all.
Now,
His value
you
is
know.
low. His value is real low. But just to the value of this young lady with a bright future, and then the officer that hit her just blaming her for it, even though you running almost 50 miles over the speed limit. So this is what we doing now? He shouldn't have a job.
How many times did it happen?
That probably happened more time than
You know,
this. Just the one that went viral.
That somebody is, well, you know, for that one person, whoever turned this story in, if they work in the department.
Oh yeah.
I would say at least you got a 1% of somebody that has humanity.
The person who turned him in was I think it's a young lady that monitors those cameras and seen it and was disturbed by it and went and talking to the chief. Why? My thing is, why didn't you bring him in and terminate him? You know what I would have done? Since, she ain't got no value, I would have took his retirement and gave it to the family. I'll break his ass.
Yeah.
Well, this is another edition of the Faith and Work Hour. It flies by every time, and we just have so many topics we want to get to, and we will get to them. And we will get to them next week. But for right now, we're going to step aside. We thank everybody for tuning in. Safe travels. And we'll be back next week with the Faith and Work Hour with yours truly, Anthony Knight.
Chris White.
With two fingers. We'll see you next week.